I see you've come back for your daily dose of dingo. Well, you can find this and more alliteration over at my Twitch. Right there. Enjoy the video. Alright, reveal Yorion. They're like, oh man, 4-color. But they don't know. You should do it in the style of South Park characters. I agree. I'm just getting a Triome here. Probably Rogrin. And I just go basic forest, Ren, and 6. I could go Ledger Shredder. Dog is the only VTuber I watch. I love Dog. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Just cast the complete wrong thing. Ledger Shredder. Entry in LGS is €4. First prize is 12 to 14. Deck prizes are $1,000 plus. Ugh. Disgusting. Teferi. I could subtlety this, but it seems like it's spewing, so we'll just let the Teferi rock. They're gonna bounce my Ledger Shredder. I can Ren minus kill the Teferi, so it's not that big of a deal. I think they're on the Scape Shift build also. If they're on the Scape Shift build, we're gonna have a bad time. Maybe I should have held a Bolt. I forgot to start the timer. After 12 hours of not starting the timer yesterday, I'm out of practice.
Bing bong.
Another Teferi. How many Teferis will it take? I also forgot to turn up the sound alerts again. They're kind of quiet. Ooh, pending. So, I think I want to sandbag the Omnom for next turn. Because of that, I think I just want to play maybe... Definitely want to pending this Teferi. Yeah, let's just pending the Teferi, get back a fetch line past the turn. I don't know if this is the right play, but it's the play I'm making. If I don't make this play, who will? I don't know if I'm running a Sacred Foundry in this deck, because if I am, I should fetch it. If I'm not, then I'm obviously not going to fetch it. I have another Teferi? How do you have so many Teferis? Mox Amber? Excuse me? What did you say to me? Yeah, full art so Kenzon's like the fucking best. You have a Sacred? Cool. You can just get the Triumph though. And then suddenly, Om Nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom nom. Nom nom. Fetch land. Then we get to go Ledger Shredder, Bolt, Abundant Growth. Connive. Oh, I don't get to connive. I never get to connive. All I ever wanted to do was connive. All I ever wanted to do was worry, bro. Do not worry, bros. We get to connive. Expressive iteration? Sure. I feel like the music's mad quiet today. Nobody knows what that reference is. That's okay. Oh, we get to connive. I think I'm just binning this land. The land definitely seems like the worst thing to be doing here. No land for me. But if they play a legend, I do get to kill their Mox Amber in response. I don't even think I care. You can have a red or a green mana. It's fine. It wasn't fine. I should have killed it in response. Hand of Fury? No. No. I should have bolted the Ren. I'm so dumb. I thought they plussed the Ren already. If they sequenced that better, then I couldn't have done anything about it. But since they sequenced it poorly, I could have. For just channeling so Kenzon bolting the Ren. I think the Shredder was dying no matter what, right? Unless I march the Amber. Fury. That's annoying. I don't think it's subtlety worthy. I can just march this eventually. It might take a little bit. Maybe I'm supposed to hold that land. That's a possibility. It's blowing my mind that they're not playing like Yorion. No, no expressive iteration. I shouldn't have fetched here either. There's no reason to. Except just to not take damage, I guess. Ooh, Solitude. Alright, pass the turn. We're tapping out here. I think I Solitude now. In case they have counterspells. I'm not really sure what their deck's playing, so they could have anything. And let's just get rid of this Fury before it becomes a bigger problem than it already is. How big would my Murktide be? A 4/4? Or +4/+4, so it'd be a 7/7. Seems pretty good. And I could march this, make it an 8/8. Where the Murktide at? Reading pool tapped, passes the turn. Alright. Ran in 6. I'll hold up Subtlety / Counterspell. Then if they don't do anything, I'll cycle the Sokens on at their end step. Even though the tokens have haste, it's much more valuable just to hold up either of these. Subtlety. Put your Omnom on top of your deck. Got a Misty. I probably should have got a Scalding Tarn. The difference is minimal though. We'll go in for 6. Just pass with Counterspell. Scoop. Scoop. Okay, against 4 color. What do we want? Emrakul? Endurance? Probably not. Veil? No. Supreme Verdict? No. Force? No. Chalice? No. Just the one Emrakul? Why do we side out the Endurance? Submit. The easiest sideboarding of all time. In, 1 Emrakul. Out, 1 Endurance. 4 color Murktide. This was actually a deck that I played like a decent amount a while ago. I think it was like 3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago. But then I kind of stopped playing 4 color. I think it was because the all access pass expired and I was like, I can't rent this. But now that I have a decent collection, I can actually play 4 color. Not that I really want to anyways. But let's give 4 color Murktide a spin. At least it's like a sweet variation of the deck. Instead of a sleep variation. They're passing on 2 mana? Alright. Sure. Try them. I can also pass on 2 mana opponent. What colors do we need? We have everything. I have everything I've ever wanted. Get a Sacred Foundry tapped. At this point, I'm going to stop fetching. Just play this like untapped. Pass the turn. At some point, they gotta play something, right? Right in 6. You're bolting me, so you don't have to discard. Monstrous. Consider. Should I just main phase this Consider? Yeah, let's main phase the Consider. Might be something I want to play. Ooh, another Consider. Yeah, I'll take another Consider. I love it when the Consider finds me a Consider. Warms my heart. Another Bolt. I'm at 9. I mean, if this is their plan, it's kind of working. I'll take it to Fairy. I'll play it to Fairy. I'll just plus it. I don't need to really draw another card here. I'm gonna discard if I draw another card. I could have played... Oh no, they have the tech. They know I'm playing Murktide. How insane. I could have played another land there. But now we'll iterate. I'll take the consider bottom, exile the Scalding Tarn, play it. Plus this. I gotta play something this turn. Alright, Bolt, you passed the turn. I have way too many fucking cards in my hand. Chandra. Excuse me. You did, you got one, Donkin. Let's go. I could have EI'd at end step, but then I can't even like cast the spell, right? Yeah, because this turn, so I couldn't have cast whatever I exiled unless it was free. Put this on the Scalding Tarn for now. Another Bolt. A plus and pass. Let's Subtlety up. Yeah, I actually had it on the poll today. It didn't win though. 4-color Murktide won. Which is just an abomination of Murktide and 4-color mashed together. You spilled your Murktide in my 4-color. And this is what we ended up with. But I did put it on the poll. And I will continue to put it on the poll because I really want to try that deck at some point. Veil of Summer. Sure. Odds that Subtlety blows them out. Pretty high. Teferi on the bottom. Oh my god, that's so many Teferis. I can't hold all these Teferis. Alright, we won. Pretty easy 2-0 for 4-color Murktide. You really can just play anything in 4-color and it'll be good. That's the crazy part about this deck. Is no matter what you stick in it, it'll still just be competitive. For some reason. It's 3-1, huh? This is a lot of Murktide, but I think we'll be okay still. It's like one too many Murktides. Ragivan. So I need to fetch what? Blue, red. I need steam vents here. I think. Then it doesn't let me cast call on two. So I can't get blue and red. I can get red, white, but that doesn't let me cast Murktide. If I get a Triumph, they're gonna beat my face in with this Ragavan. So I guess we're just getting... What does red green do for me? Also nothing. Let's just get the Sacred Foundry. Fetching with this deck will forever be the hardest part about playing this deck. I can get a breeding pool here and then cast call if I wanted to. Really depends on what they do here. I'm leaning toward the Triumph being better. Yep, that's fine. Fetch the Triumphs. The Triumphs are so good. So good. They play an Islet and they play nothing. Alright, let's get the Ketria Triumph. Have some green mana. Also gets to conserve my life total. I think the funniest part is that Murktide is the best card in the mirror match. And because Murktide is the best card in the mirror match, they're going to have a really hard time beating this.
Bing bong. Bing bong.
1-2 Ledger Shredder.
Bing bong.
Yeah, that's fine. If I go to cast another spell, then I can bolt it. Bing bong value. Ride the dip. Get it while it's low. I'm gonna get an Om-Nom, I think. Is Om-Nom our best bet here? I could get a Shredder. That's pretty fucking funny that I can get a Shredder. I'm just gonna untap and bolt this thing. Hey, Shredder. Bolt it with this. Then I think I'm playing my sad post-combat shredder. Or post-second spell shredder. Oh, shredder. That's fine, I'll trade bolt for bolt. I should get another blue land here. Maybe, yeah, it was to play around Spell Pierce, and also I didn't want them getting the connive trigger. That's a cute Murktide. They most likely have counterspell. I think I just run my Om Nom to a counterspell. Now I'm thinking about it. If I fetch blue and blue, yeah, let's fetch blue and blue. Because if I fetch blue and blue, I can double Murktide next turn. Make one small, one big. Did you ever march a Murky? I've done that like one time. That was on blue-white control. Get the Rogran Triumph. I'm gonna get the Breeding Pool here. Let me eat a counterspell out of their hand. Then this will get me the Rogran Triumph. Then I have 10 cards in graveyard, so I can make a pair of 7/7s. I suppose this is pretty free to cast. Otawara is quite strong as well. Maybe just Otawara instead. Let's just Otawara. Encourage them to tap out. They might like bolt me. Are you gonna bolt me? They're not double bolting me. I'll have a handful of counter spells. But they also want to put the pressure back on. They're just gonna pass. Fascinating. I think the more counter spells I get out of them, the better. I would really like them to like play a DRC or something that I can march. Solitude, huh? Should this be the bait spell? I could just evoke Solitude now. I could just hold it. Holding it's probably a little bit better. If I get them to counter it. Yeah, they just have a charm, right? But if I evoke Solitude, target the Murktide now, they might charm it, and I get to play like 2 7/7s. Which is like, is that better than killing the Murktide? I want to keep lands in the graveyard if possible, like Otawara. They're probably so confused. I know I would be. I guess only 6/6s, not 7/7s. I counter this one. I could do this while they're tapped out. I don't hate that. Just get rid of their Murktide. Maybe that was wrong though. I could have held it. Playing a tap land and passing. In for 6, put him on a 3-turn clock. Why is your music so sad? I could change it. I don't know. This is the Child of Light soundtrack. I just picked the soundtrack that I saw, but I can change it. Ocarina of Time OST. Oh no, Dashing Ragavan. That was one reason not to attack. The Doom 2 soundtrack. I'm not a big fan of the Doom soundtrack. Like I can appreciate it, but I don't really like rock music all that much. I like more classical piano shit. But like I completely understand why people enjoy it. It's objectively like a good soundtrack, just not my cup of tea. Another Misty. Oh yeah, Bastion's like one of the best. Absolutely love Bastion. Yorion? Counterspell. I don't want to die to a lightning bolt, so I'm not going to attack with Murktide. Dying to a lightning bolt seems very, very bad. Or it's like not rock, it's like metal, right? I haven't really listened to it enough to know, nor have I played the Doom games. Theory. We can listen to it. Yeah, I like Dark Souls soundtracks a lot. Another Murktide. How big is this? 5/5. Teferi was a very, very good draw. I have a counter spell. Spell Pierce. Yes. I'm gonna bet on them not drawing Lightning Bolt. I don't think they have Lightning Bolt. They have two looks at it, one with Ragavan, one with their draw step. And if they replay Murktide, then I just win. So. Oh my god, that was so good for them. They can actually cast that. Well, good news is I can Teferi minus bounce it back to my hand. Then I get Nom Nom. But this gives them an additional look at Lightning Bolt. And it can also gain them 4 life if they have land drop. Disaster. Everything's going wrong. Crack that, they can play a 4/4 Murktide. Oh, they don't have any more fetchables. It's kind of funny. Fury. Like 1 mana short of doing something super good this turn. I could fetch basic forest, go to 1, play Omnom, but then I die to like everything. How do I not die to everything? I mean, that's just fine. Guess I'm going to 1. This is like the same thing, right? If they have a removal spell for either of these, then they kill me, but they don't have Delirium. They have Dokars in Graveyard. So a Lightning Bolt kills me. If they wanted a removal spell, then there's not much they can do. Just pass the turn, so that probably means we win this game. Can I just straight win this game? Let's start with Abundant Growth. Oh yeah, I can win this game. I can just pending this. Okay, that does it too. Fury, kill the Murktide, pending Ragavan, attack for 10. Alright. Against them, I definitely want Endurance. Veil of Summer. I'm bringing the 1 Fluster. Verdict's okay. I'll bring in 1 Verdict. I think the Subtlety comes out. Marches come out. Beats and Bolts are good. Considers are good. Ren and 6 is good. Ledger Shredders are surprisingly decent. I kind of like the rest of the cards here. Maybe the Fury can come out. I can trim Murktide also. Because they might bring in Graveyard Hate seeing Murktide. I don't think you're favored against Murktide necessarily, Valk. I think that Murktide's a pretty even matchup. It can go either way. I'm gonna make 1 more cut here. It's never an Abundant Growth. It could be 1 pending. I don't want to be too light on Ragavan answers or DRC answers, but we also have Red and 6, so maybe we're okay. Also don't want to cut too many instants and sorceries because of Murktide. Yeah, this is fine. -1 ending. Would be so sad. That's a lot of lightning bolts, so I think I'm just gonna bolt this thing now. So the ideal Triome here would be Bant, but I think I forgot to put a Bant Triome in the deck. Ledger Shredder pass. I'm gonna get the Rogren Triome. Lightning Bolt is so powerful at the moment. Just took out like back-to-back 2 threats. Yeah, I forgot to put a Bant Triome in this deck. It probably needs it too. So we're just gonna get this one instead. I missed my land. Sometimes this deck like kind of falls apart if you don't have a Ren and 6 draw. Or just answers stuff but then never hits like the next land drop that it needs. Would have gotten green. That's reasonable. So now if I draw a Ren and 6, I'm gonna be kind of sad. Drew Bolt. Solitude, your Murktide. this resolve? Hey, getting this trio might bite me. Ah, Ledger Shredder. You beautiful, beautiful bird. Don't get bolted. Don't do it. You had so much to live for, bird. Alright, well, they're trying their best to scrape together whatever they can. At some point, we'll draw it on not having lands. That'll be a good time. But that's not right now. The time is not now. Draws another land. Or draws another non-land. Murktide again. Pretty large Murktide. I have a feeling I'm taking a hit for 8 here. I'll try to Solitude it, but I don't have high hopes that's going to work. The Yorion. Yep. Take 8. Draw. Steam Vents. No, the bad is so bad. Can't even cast Verdict. That's so sad. Take another hit for 8. I'm probably going to die. I feel like we were ahead. Kind of. Not anymore. I could have pendinged the Murktide. And then gotten Delirium, cast Unholy Heat plus Bolt. But I feel like they have a counterspell anyways. Yeah, we're dead here. I don't feel like that line was very likely to win the game. But it might have been worth going for it anyways, as opposed to just dying to a lightning bolt. Any changes we want to make? I don't think so. We just need to have, like, not so clunky mana. That's fun. I don't think we want Chalice. Maybe, though. But most of our good cards are also 1-drops. Because we have, like, Abundant Growth, Lightning Bolt, Veil of Summer, Consider. I think we need to be casting those cards in this matchup. So I don't think Chalice is worth it. Pretty sure you just want Chalice for 0. Like 90% of the time. Yep. Cracks the fetch land. Blue-red. Ragavan. I think I'm just going to play Ledger Shredder. I don't know. I could consider for a removal spell here. I'm just going to get the Triumph, though. Let's just play Ledger Shredder. This sucks if they have a bolt. Yep. They have a bolt. But I'm not hopeful that Consider was going to find me a removal spell. I guess we'll see if it was going to. Finds a Murktide Regent. That's not a removal spell. Solitude. Could main phase Consider for a land? Just for Cascade. Yeah. I feel like it should just be for Cascade. This is game 3 now. I gotta think. So my lines are Solitude this Ragavan plus hold up counterspell. Or yeah, I think that's for the best. I think we're fine missing a land drop here. Or we can just hold up Veil of Summer. Yeah, let's hold up Veil of Summer. Let's try to find a land drop. We hit. Which is very, very good for us. Veil of Dumber. I think I have to kill this Ragavan, or at least try to. I'm gonna spend a counter spell here, and then I have Veil of Summer. I got kind of blown out by that. I get the Ketria Triumph here too. I didn't miss a land drop though. Put that on the fetch land. And then save it for when Omnom rolls around. If I consider here and dump something in the graveyard, I'm probably just gonna Endurance the graveyard back into their deck. This is going pretty well now. attack you for 3. I think I'm going to play this Abundant Growth on the breeding pool. Yeah, things are looking really good now. As long as I just never tap out a counterspell. Much as I would like to play this Omnom, I think I wait for Omnom plus counterspell, so we're just going to play this tapped. I have to answer this Endurance before anything else. I'm going to wait another turn anyways. This turn I could just buy Bolt on Endurance. Heat on Endurance. Okay. Let's try to resolve Omnom. Excuse me. Let's try to resolve Omnom now. This one, this one, this one, this one, Omnom. Get our island and counter. Counter your counter spell. Through Ledger Shredder. That one's okay. Pretty sure Murktide's gonna come down as a 6/6 this turn. Yeah, I just gotta beat the 6/6. And I have 4 life sitting right here. Another 4. Could just buy Yorion. Play Yorion. Grass down. I'm actually okay with that. I still gain the 4. Excuse me. I still gain the 4, and I can buy Yorion. Or just play Ledger Shredder. Play Ledger Shredder. And just pass the turn. I don't know if they're even... I don't even know if they can attack. But they are. Just fine with me. It's all about being patient now. Oh, they just scooped it. Spike. I want my run back. This hand's great. Super solid hand. Just jam turn 2 Ledger Shredder off of... It doesn't really matter. We can fetch whatever we need later. That's not how you cast Ledger Shredder, dingo. Almost omniscient. Almost. Stream sniping. But not quite. Consider. Well, this Endurance should be really good. That's a lot of lands. I think I just buy Yorion this turn. I'm just a being who is all-knowing. I am the omnipotent. No lightning bolt. Endurance should be good here. They bin something. They could bin something else off the consider. Endurance is gonna suck the graveyard. We need to play maybe Stomping Ground to get double green. Save the other 2 fetch lands. I can just do it main phase while they can't counter. This is where Murktide looks a little bit awkward in this deck. When you like draw the wrong half of it. Eat your graveyard. Pass the turn. Yeah, we're 2-0. This hand's like really clunky and awkward, but we still get to jam Yorion and like eat their graveyard again, or bounce this as well. Let's play a tap land, yeah. I'm just gonna put them in the dirt here. Basic Forest is something we can play. I guess I'm swinging also. If they want to block plus heat, then that's completely reasonable. I'm sniping it, you could do nothing about it. 3/3 tides. Tides for days. Everything just got so much better. They most likely also have a bunch of tides in hand. Maybe 1 or 2. Blinky Murktide's pure value. That's not what the deck was designed for. Unholy Heat's my Endurance. Spell Pierces the Unholy Heat. Oh my god. This might be the most desperate thing I've ever seen. Okay. Alright. I see you, opponent. My Baledia by. What a play. What a turn. Do I want to give them something to counter at this point? I don't think I do. Discard 3 cards, draw a card. Powerful. Yeah, I don't think I want to give them, like, an opportunity to spend a counter spell and then play Murktide. I think it's much better just to do nothing here. Because the onus is on them. We have lethal. They got to figure out how to beat this, and then we can just slam our big threats after that. They're going to at least 3 here. I suppose they could have a counter spell. Start an Omnom. That's not you tap for Omnom. Just tap like that. Omnom. They can counter this, and I bounce the Murktide. Swing for a lot. They do get to connive, which is mildly inconvenient. That should be okay. Forgot there's no mountain in this deck. Because there's no mountain, I guess I'm just getting a Sacred Foundry. It's a 3/5. Actually, I don't even have a good attack here anymore. That's fine. I can march that Ledger Shredder next turn. Aggressive Iteration's pretty good. March that, play Murktide maybe. Double iterations, double the fun. Double the band cards, double the fun. Expressive iteration. Rax Bobble, 4 card types. They could heat something. Play Scalding Tarn. They could heat plus Murktide. That'd be very powerful. Doesn't look like they have a heat though. Counter spell isn't bad. Could send in. Sending doesn't seem great. If I play Murktide, I can't leave up counterspell. Passing here. This is a tricky one. I think I tapped incredibly poorly. That was the problem. If I had this island up instead of like this, then I could go do both. Yeah, I mistapped. That's okay. Yeah, for sure. I should have thought about my tapping a little bit more. I have to counter this. Just can't let it stick around. That's too much value. Although any number of unholy heats and then this game gets significantly harder to win. Or if they have another Murktide, it gets a little bit trickier too. I think my best draw here would be a Consider. Our best draw would be Omnom, then Consider. Eladamri's Call would also be incredibly powerful. I have a lot of good draws here. They heat the Teferi. That's very surprising. Send in. I'm just gonna block so I don't lose to like Bolt shenanigans. That's one of my best draws. That will eat a counter spell. Make a bait with a Murktide first. Then play Omnom if they counter it. I feel like the double block's really risky, because if they have another Unholy Heat, then I just get blown out so hard. It was something to consider, for sure. I think I'm just playing one big Murktide. Could make it small. Let's make it small. Just have it be the best little chump blocker it can be. Oh my god. Alright, we can't lose now. The bait Murktide. Excuse me, the bait Murktide. Really got there, huh? That's wild. I said, here's a 3/3 flyer, and they said, I gotta counter that? They're making waves. Gotta try them off the top of my deck. Alright, Murktide. Now's your time. Murktide. At least they didn't get a Darset. Man, that day was just so brutal. Alright, 6/6 Murktide, go ahead. Can you beat both flyers? Not beat both flyers. So we're gonna go to a game 2 here. Endurances are coming in. Veil of Summer. I still like Veil of Summer in this matchup. And I like the Verdict as a one of. I cut that last time. I cut these 3. And I cut 2 more cards. Was it Subtlety? And I don't remember what else I cut. Don't remember. Was it Fury? Fury's kind of good as a one of. So I can call it up. Let's trim 1 consider. I think I got incredibly lucky that game. Oh, we take those. Yeah, this is fine. I think. I have a turn 1 Ragavan. It's kind of sketchy. I don't think I've drawn a hand with red and 6 yet. But I'm gonna have to Solitude that Ragavan if they have it on 1. I'll keep it anyways. Never punished. Never, ever have I ever been punished. Can't be stopped. Alright, what's the dealio, opponent? So you also have an upkeep stop. A man of culture. Chef's kiss, upkeep stopper. Some people are upkeep non-believers, but my opponent's not one of them. I guess they could dash a Ragavan, and if they do that, then I shouldn't yield. What do I do for income? I work for my family's business, because we have a soap and lotion business. So I ship out soaps and lotions that my mom makes. And then I guess streaming's also my other source of income. I whip out the lotion every time I do the stream bot, so it makes sense. It makes sense. It all adds up.
Bing bong.
Well, let's just bolt this thing. I could have a really big Murktide here. If you need help with ecom stuff, hit me up. Alright, sounds good. Did the bad for lotion. Do you just do like ecom stuff for a living and our WGN? Let's get a Temple Garden here. It's like our best bet. And now you just get 2. Endurance, nom their graveyard. Soaps are great, can you confirm? Hell yeah. Nom your graveyard. Your graveyard is mine. I'll block. Gotcha. That's dope. We do most of our like marketing through Instagram. We just pay for like the promoting stuff, and it does pretty well. Although we haven't run an Instagram campaign in a minute. I think we just EI. I'm gonna counter my EI. So rude. As a Magic player, I have used soap maybe once or twice. It was decent. It was aight. I'd do it again. EI. Oh my god. Stop milling cards. You hit Delirium. Well, you need to find an Unholy Heat for Endurance, otherwise you're gonna have an unfavorable attack. Alright. Use the bar once, threw it the trash. Ah, good times. EI again. Counterspell. Used to run retention marketing and e-com for supplement company before I realized I was way underpaid for the revenue I was generating. Went to consult with the biggest company in the space on a few of their brands and then moved to full-time financial consulting. It's been fun, can't complain. Love what I do. Nice. Loving what you do is always like the most important thing to me. which is why I decided to start streaming. Because I love streaming. Streaming's fucking sick. Connecting with everybody in this community has been like one of the most enjoyable experiences of all time. So I could make 6/6 Murktide. Is that good enough? Or I could just play Yorion. But I feel like whatever I do is gonna get countered. I like that I can play Badger from home while working most days. Interacting with the streaming community. Look, even Spike dunking on me was really funny. Can't complain. Interacting with the streaming community. I can't complain. It was really fucking funny. Oh, they have another heat. I'm so dead. Just meetings all day with 20-30 minutes breaks. Nice. I am getting farmed right now. Your draw has been insane. Oh. Ledger Shredder. Om nom. You're not Om nom. Om nom. Red and 6. Oh, look who finally decided to show up to the fucking party. Red and 6. At least I pulled value, yeah. That event was so... I'm dead. That was an insane draw from the Murktide player. No sound, gotcha. I made goblins, and it wasn't very good. But that's okay. Yeah, so many goblins, so few lands. Oh my god. That bouncer was insane too. They're mulliganing. You may have a chance. We have double heat to do some crowd control on their 1-drops. I'm gonna get the Rogran Triumph. I got a Fluster, which isn't bad. I might consider here. I could get a breeding pool and consider. Or, alternatively, I could get the Ketria Triumph. I think I want to consider. I want to hit my 3rd land drop. I'll have a nice EI the following turn. That seems good. Breeding pool. Consider. Ren and 6 would be even better. I had a Temple Garden, which isn't the ideal land, but that's a land. I think they have Spell Pierce, so I'm going to shock this in. Just to not get Spell Pierced. Oh no. Oh no. This might be a problem. This may be a problem. Give me a forest. Maybe a bit too much to ask for. Yeah, not winning this game. Not anymore. That was like the one thing I didn't want them to have. I could have fetched a little bit less greedy, but this is fine. I don't mind this. Ragavan, huh? I get a Sacred Foundry here. Didn't learn my lesson from the last time. Still fetching mad greedy. This is the 3rd Murktide of the league. We played against 4-color and then Murktide 3 times. Fortunately, this Flooded Strand couldn't have fetched out a red-green land, Stomping Ground. I mean, to be fair, I played against like Red, Black, and Pioneer 3 times yesterday in the same league. So, It's like pick your poison. Red black's kind of miserable to play against too. Depending on what deck you're playing. Spawning growth over here. I get the connive, but that's fine. Yeah, it's not that good, but it's just like when you lose against that deck, you're losing by a mile. Just have like answer, giant planeswalker. It kind of reminds me of 4-color, but like less oppressive, less free spells. I guess it's more akin to like Murktide. I just hate Thoughtseize centric decks. Yeah. It just becomes a game of top decks. It's like who can draw better. They most likely have a counter spell here. I could play Fury. Start off on Fury. See what they do. Bloodbird would suck here. Oh, I know. Could have played the Otawara, left up Subtlety. But I think... yeah, maybe that was better. I think I might want the Otawara later. I'm going to Subtlety this. I'm going to Subtlety on site. Can't see what lands I need. I have everything. I should be good. Just get Island. We can have another counterspell. But if they're counterspelling this, then they're not counterspelling Omnom. I do get to Connive. Bin's another Ledger Shredder. I must have drawn something pretty good to bin a Ledger Shredder. Hopefully it's not another counterspell. Oh, it's just another Murktide. Alright. How do I beat this? I need to draw Fetch Land. Fetch Land would definitely keep me alive. But I guess I'm already gaining 4 regardless of Fetch Land or not. Expressive Iteration, sure. I have Ren in 6 too, so we should be in okay shape. They just draw a blank here, that would be, yeah. They do get a redraw. So if they don't hit removal spell, definitive best deck, it's probably Murktide and then 4-color. It's hard to say though, because this matchup is incredibly even. JK Torborg, thank you so much for the resub for the 2nd month in a row. Welcome back to the Hoodie Game, my friend, and good morning to you as well. Yeah, I did it. I did the dang thing. Meekrat, thank you for the follow. I made it a variation. So the other one is still available. The if you're hard, but it's incredibly rare. I just died here, huh? 4, 8, 11. Wow, they killed me. Didn't think they could kill me, but they drew pretty fucking well. They drew Iteration and the Lightning Bolt. Alright, that's game 1. Do I want to like change up my sideboarding here? Sure, no problem, Donkin. I got you. I don't know if I'm going to get to it today. I might call the stream after this league's over, because I'm kind of tired from yesterday. We still have this match to finish in another one, so I should go for another like half hour or so. So yeah, we'll probably finish this league, play Enchant Wardle, do our Wii Shop Wednesday that we forgot yesterday, and then just wrap it up. But thank you for hanging out, and I hope you have a good day. Then we'll get to Glimpse tomorrow for sure. Probably start off on Glimpse tomorrow. Win the 30k worth of cards. Though that was like an anniversary event to get qualified for the event that lets you win the 30k worth of cards. And my Demonic Tutors and I O2'd that draft. We O2'd it. It was so miserable. Alright, I need a sideboard here. Just do those cuts again. We drafted like a red-white goblins deck, and we just got absolutely outvalued by everything. All we had for our one payoff was a single goblin pile driver, and it just died on site every time. That was the second draft Ed and I did. The first time we 3-2'd. That was off stream. He was like, I'm going to help you qualify. And I was like, all right. Has not been going well for us. Need to get at least a 4-1 to qualify. The best feeling in the world is when you open up with Ren and 6 on 2. What's a good competitive budget deck to get into Modern? Affinity. Affinity is one of the best budget decks. Tron is very, very good as a budget deck. I don't think you enjoy playing Tron, though, because not many people do. Let me think. Belcher, if you like combo decks. Dredge is very cheap. Burns cheap. If any of those interest you, I'd say start there. Should we call for? We already have an Om Nom in hand. I could call for... I'm just going to call for an Endurance. Your budget's $800. That's not budget at all. You can just play like most decks, except for 4-color. You can basically play whatever you want with $800. But not Grinding Station. Grinding Station here, this was $1,000. You lime Jund? Well, I coconut Jund. Counter argument. Jund, if you want a good build of sure. If you want a good build of Jund, I would probably play Jund Saga. I think Jund Saga is the more competitive version of Jund at the moment. Overall, you're never beating 4-color if you play Jund. So just keep that in mind. You'll beat Murktide, but you won't beat 4-color. I can't confidently recommend Jund at the moment. What beats both? Nothing. Nothing has a good matchup versus both. Blue-white control has an even matchup against both. That's why Waffle really enjoys playing blue-white control right now. Because blue-white is very, very good against the meta decks and is very poor against most of the tier 2 decks. What do I need here? I don't think I need anything in particular. Let's get a Steam Vents. Me not playing around Blood Moon again? Yeah, if you really like... Yeah, blue-white's a little bit behind versus 4-color Rabe, but it's not, like, significant. I'd give it, like, maybe 45, 55. Which is good enough, I think. I can just play Om Nom here. I have another Mystical Dispute, but if I have another Mystical Dispute, not sure I care that much. I would say Red-Black Rock is very powerful right now. It's minorly inconsistent, but it's probably the best rock style deck you can build. I'm gonna Endurance the Graveyard. Am I gonna Endurance the Graveyard? Yeah, I'm gonna Endurance the Graveyard. Let me look at the metagame. You like Yawgmoth? Yawgmoth is very, very good right now as well. And Yawgmoth is sort of like Jund-ish. You are playing like some black-green dirtly cards. Yawgmoth's not weak, I wouldn't say. I'd say Yawgmoth is more difficult than anything else. I can just play Teferi. I have to counter this. What's up, Mord? You inspired me, Mord. I built 4-color Murktide. Inspired. I was like, what if we just jammed more instants and sorceries into this deck and played Murktide? This is what I came up with. Deck's not doing too bad. I think it has legs, for sure. Just gonna counter this stupid bird. Stupid bird, you're making me look bad. This is art. I think it needs like one more copy of Eladomri's Call on it. I think 2 copies is where you want to be. Yeah, I prepared against this Blood Moon. Yeah, take out the Shredders, I agree. I just wanted to try Shredder. Wait, I'm bad. Ping. Aha, Murktide Regent. How big are you gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 7. Let's put this on the bottom, exile this. Yeah, Shredder's not very good in this deck. You could play just like 2 more copies of Elodomri's Call if you wanted to. You could play an additional Elemental. You could play more Heats, more Bolts. You can play so many other things over the Ledger Shredders. I just wanted to try it, and Ledger Shredder's been really bad so far. 6/6 Murktide. Puny. Maybe I was supposed to play Yorion. Oh, I can't play Yorion? That didn't matter. They scooped. See, I played around the Blood Moon that time. Unlike in the third batch, where I did not play around Blood Moon at all. Yeah, these are the only cards I dislike in the deck. Maybe the Subtlety, but Subtlety like came in clutch one time, so Subtlety's probably fine. You could even play like Bauble in this deck if you really wanted to. I don't think Bauble's necessary. It's fine. It's a little bit slow because I have a tap land here. I get red-white. When in doubt, bolt the DRC. Yeah, I'd probably play more instants and sorceries over Ledger Shredder. Alright, pass the turn. Consider. Sure. Ragavan, no dash. Alright, Teferi. I should have done this in response to DRC. Now they get a Surveil for free, which might not be so bad. I'm thinking about if they want to counter this. If they counter it, have the Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer. Such a house of a card. I think we just EI here. Should be fine. Ooh, piece of pending. Now we can go get... yeah, it's the goat. The goat has arrived, Holophone. Delta. I think I just EI again. Need more iterating. Sad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can just play an 8/8 this turn. It's just like a really big Murktide, you know? Alright, go ahead. They gotta be like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Murktide. Heat bolt. Heat bolt. What did it cost? Everything? Oh boy. Let's shock this in. I'm just gonna endurance in their upkeep, I think. If I have counterspell, at least it taps them down a little bit. Alright, they have nothing and no graveyard. And I have a Yorion and a Murktide. I feel like I'm in an alright position. Ledger Shredder. What a Chad. You do absolutely nothing. I wish you were anything else. Alright, Chad, let's run a prediction. Am I gonna bet? This hand is certainly something. Certainly something. I'm gonna keep it though. You already know I'm gonna keep this hand. It's hammer. Oh hey, unlosable. Unless I brick on lands. If I brick on lands, I could lose this. Hey look, unlosable. I don't have a march for that. Unfortunate. You already know I kept a one-lander and I got rewarded for it. Oh, dingo. Always keeping a one-lander and getting rewarded for it. If I play red and 6 here, or I could just leave a bolt consider. I kind of want to just leave a bolt consider. Or call. I could red and 6 because I have solitude. And play W6 balls to the wall. That's so greedy. You're so greedy, Mord. We have solitude. I could just play it next turn though. Ah yes, the 2-mana hammer. Lightning bolt. I'm not insane, you're insane. I didn't say you were insane, I just said you're really greedy. Ooh. Is it crazy to like to fairy bounce Urza Saga? Then just like have solitude up? I feel like that's really good, right? Because they can't cast anything at instant speed. So they gotta play all their hammer sorcery speed, so I know exactly what to solitude. I want to dump Cauldron to play, I just suck it off with solitude. Or I could just eat this. I don't know, there's so many lines here. What do we think? It's actually not Lexard. I wish it was. But it got lost in the VODs. It was a pretty sweet run. Bounce Sigardas. I like bouncing the Saga personally. But alright. Bounce the Sigardas. Okay, I don't need any more Ren 6. Well, they got a hammer anyways. Consider not Betty. Look, the red and 6. Saws. I agree, saws. This is a problem. Everything that just happened is a problem. But Lexard, thank you for resubscribing for the second month in a row. Welcome back to that Hoodie Gang, my friend. Sorry about not having the very, very fast speed run on deck. We'll try better next time. This is a problem. Wait, no. Could have solituded. So solitude what, the Pierce Steel Paladin? Take 5. That's still a problem though, right? I mean, then, like, how do I answer this? I don't know. I guess I could take 5. Not in a very good spot right now. It's a problem for future you. Reasonable. Well, future B desperately needs. Yeah, I should have solitude the Pierce Steel. You're right. Because, like, how the hell am I beating this now? This thing's Giga Chad. This thing's about to be a 10-12. Give me a march off the top of the deck. We have died. Right? Nothing I can do. Yeah, we have died. You're right. You're right, Mord. It was a problem for future me. I didn't recognize that fast enough. They kind of stunted on me and I drew like 3 Ren and 6. I really like Counterspell against them. I think Counterspell's very weak. You take out all the copies of Counterspell? 2, I feel like 2's like okay. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes. Endurance is bad too. Maybe I do bring in the Ledger Shredders again. Cut down to 1 Counterspell. Let's try that. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's what's up. That's that hand I like to see. I'm just pinging that. It's like the best tempo play I can do. Even though they do get to draw a card, I get to advance my board. On the opposing side of this, whenever my 4-color opponent would just ping my Esper Sentinel with Ren and 6, I felt like I was just going to lose the game. So I think it's fine. What are you playing? Stoneforge? Sure. I get to bolt that. I'd rather have like the consider in my hand over the counterspell. Maybe not though. Maybe counterspell's fine here. Red. My only untapped red source. Hushbringer. We're just pending the Hushbringer and then hold up counterspell. That sounds good to me. And this Murktide's gonna be pretty big. This curve is kind of just unbeatable for them. To play like Teferi, bounce, something. To play Murktide. I don't have Teferi bounce anything necessarily. I don't want to. I could just buy Yorion. I think Teferi's pretty solid. Let's just play Teferi plus him. Seven Murktide. Go ahead. Don't think they're anywhere close to winning this game. That gets pinged. Sleep Solitude. Unlosable game. Absolutely unlosable. Smack for 7. Pass the turn. I don't even think I plus the Ren. I don't even need to plus the Ren. Alright. Game 3. Believers? Doubters? It's time. It's time to ascend. Okay, give me Ren and 6 Teferi again. That curve is way too OP. Oh, there's double Ren and 6. I'll take it. It's not amazing, but I'll take it. Doing this on the draw is just so much worse feeling. So now they're gonna have like Stoneforge Mystic also. Shadow Spear. I should have doubted. It'll be fine. The Seiju Ren in 6, huh? We'll be fine. Should have believed. Skill, sure. They can kill my Ren in 6, I suppose. They want to spend their entire turn equipping Shadow Spear. They could kill me? Alright. Not a white card, which is sad. This Saga's pretty annoying. We've got this easy, you think? I don't know. Could go either way. Another blacksmith skill, then we're in trouble. I can do it at any time, right? I only lose to another blacksmith skill, but I lose to another blacksmith skill regardless because they still had 1 mana up anyways. Alright, they had it. Yeah, they had it up on their turn anyway, so regardless of what I did.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore!